So there you are on the dance floor with your award, running a company that you love with passion, with enthusiasm, and then you sell it. So why did you do that?
Well, I think, every business has a sort of an exit. And I think entrepreneurs quite often start businesses not thinking where the exit would be. And in the end, unless you actually sell it, you die in the harness if you want, then you sort of think you haven't reaped any of those rewards. My wife would have wanted me to sell the business a bit earlier, I would have thought. But, we'd been going 21 years and I used to call dreams my fifth child. And my children never used to like to say that. I've got 4 children. But I said I conceived it and I brought it up and I named it and and it was really like one of my fifth child. It had reached 21 years of age, so there was this thing about having it could fly on its own and leave the nest and key the door. But apart from that, I felt, am I being too greedy? And the only thing I can compare it to is that Anne Robinson on The Weakest Link, where if you don't say bank it, your money mounts up, you can get really greedy, but then suddenly you could lose it all. Yeah. And I had this sort of similar feeling that it had got really big, and I sort of doubted my ability. It was got really big. Could I run this thing with 200 odd stores? And I don't know why I doubted myself, because I'm brilliant, of course.
And you were doing it.
No, but I did used to worry. Maybe this has got too big for me. So there was that. There was also the economy was looking as if it wasn't getting too good. There was a big tax break if we sold before in 2008. So there was a mixture of reasons. My wife nudging me, the tax break, my doubting myself, which I don't really quite understand, and the fact it was 21 years. And there was an opportunity. I've got to do it sometime. So,
but
we went.
But there was a point long before that when the business might have been worth £1 million, but you didn't sell it. And there was a point at which it might have been worth 10 million, and you didn't sell it. The point at which it was worth 100 million, and you didn't sell it.
You don't really know what it's worth until you actually go out there to sell it. So it's very difficult. It's a private business. I owned 100% of the shares, which was quite a struggle, because at various times, whether it's banks or private equity or staff, there was a sort of pressure for me to give some of that equity away. In fact, I didn't own 100%. I owned 95%. My wife had 5%. But I don't like to talk about that as a weak moment. No, we owned 100% between us. So that was quite unusual for a business of that size.
Absolutely, very rare, very rare.